we're going to make a video on PREPLY profile descriptions and how to make a good profile. And your profile's got lots of different things on it, and obviously it's the first thing that a client sees when they're looking for a tutor. And I think the best way to really get a feel for this is to search for a tutor yourself. I tried booking, or I do book classes for my kids on PREPLY. They're very good, but it took me a long time to find a really nice tutor for someone who I really agree with, who really goes well. The profile picture. Now, I've seen a lot of pictures over the years. I would suggest something that has two things. It has to have a personality and a smile. So there's a lot of very awkward pictures out there. And I really suggest you search through some of the higher end results and then some of the lower end results and see the difference. Like about people who are successful at this and not successful, so not very successful, in order to judge yours. So I would suggest that you have a photos up to date. A really recent one, because it's really kind of strange when you have an old photo and it looks nothing like the tutor when you actually call the person up, or you watch the video. The second thing your clients are going to see is the video. So they're going to click on your profile, or actually just hovering the mouse over your profile description, they're going to get the video. So I browse through these all the time. I have been doing that for years just to see how the competition is, to see how everybody else is doing it, to see the quality of what's out there. And then I did the same thing for finding classes for my children. Now, how I really judged my tutors, how I really picked them, was on the quality of their equipment. I really want somebody that I can really hear and communicate well with. I've seen a lot of very highly qualified professionals, like doctors and people with masters, and then the quality of the recording is very, very bad. So I think, how can this person work well with my kids in an online environment if they're not familiar with the equipment? So you really think of the video as a reflection of how you manage yourself in this online environment. The third thing I'm going to see is price. I'm going to pick somebody who's within my price range, and my price range is pretty low because, whose isn't? Price does normally reflects quality, but that's not exactly true. So what I'm really looking for is somebody who's really hardworking and somebody who has lots of experience. And it doesn't matter too much about that price. I mean, the lower the price, the better. What I'm really looking for is I'm looking for somebody who's very hardworking, has lots of classes done, and has a very low price. That would be fantastic. And obviously a lot of good comments. They're really hard to find, and you have to search through all of the profiles in order to find them. So I do that to find, and I'm sure a lot of other people do as well. They're looking for the best quality out there. So you can be that quality. You can be that person who demonstrates very high quality product, very high quality results and profile with a very low price to get you started, and then you can put your price up at the end, like I said last video. After that, the fourth thing would be the actual text description. So there's a couple of things about this, is that a lot of people have very short descriptions, and that kind of reflects how much time and effort you're willing to put into these online classes. So the longer the description, the better. You have to think about it. I have to think about how you write it. So I wrote mine, as you can see, in about 10 different paragraphs. So I have a short introduction, general introduction, and I'm writing every single paragraph with an idea of a client in mind. So I'm writing it for primary school students or elementary school students, and then high school students or secondary school students, and then like higher up students at A levels, and then college level as we go down, because I guess you search more the older you are. So I put the older students at the bottom and the younger students at the top, and then like the adults who want to study as well. Things like they're doing police entrance exams or armed forces entrance exams, and I write a paragraph for every single person. So one person can say, I'm looking for this specific thing, and they say, this is the person who can do it for me. I get a lot of people calling me up for example, the GRE. And they say, yes, I chose you just because you had on your profile specifically that you do this one thing. So I get a lot of clients because I'm very specific about what I do. They also feel I am specifically for them. So that's really good. Right at the bottom of the profile description, there's a subjects and like previous qualifications. And I really suggest you fill this out as much as possible. Mine is really, really long. It has about 5 or 6 lines on every single topic I can really talk about. So yes, I do teach kids, and here's some personal experience of me doing that, and some things I find easy and difficult about it, and interesting. And then yes, I do teach calculus, and this is what I've seen, and this is yes, I do teach this. And what I'm saying is you have to write a detailed description of everything you do teach, because like I said, specific clients are looking for specific things, and if you can show them exactly you do that, then they're already sold before they even talk to you. Before they even call you up and have that trial class, you got them. They believe that you're the person for them. And you probably are. I mean, you will be. That's it, yeah. Okay, so fill that guide as much as possible. And that's about it. You can have a nice clean description, a nice clean profile if you follow those 4 easy steps.